I got it pulled up too, so I can let you know if it's actually running up.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my volume all the way down. So
Yo, what is good, SJR crew? Sack Juggalo back with another one. This time we hitting you with the interview with Kid Kash, man. Beautiful underground rapper, dude does the shit, man, and he's been killing it on SoundCloud, collaborating with a ton of different artists and getting his name out there. So definitely say what's up, bruh. You say what up to the fam? Can you hear me? You having problems hearing me, Kash? Hello? Oh shit, we already started this off crazy.
I'm Kid Kash, first of all. No imposter.
Yo, what happened?
I'm just waiting for this to load up because for some reason it's super glitchy right now. I can't figure out why it's
Okay,
glitchy. It's
there we go.
pissing me off a little bit.
No worries, brother. I was like, you're sitting there looking at me, and I was like, what the fuck? Are you hearing me now?
No, I can hear you fine. It was just being really glitchy for a minute.
Oh, okay. Are we good now?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, I can hear you fine, bro.
It is being glitchy as shit, ain't it? That's crazy. What's going on with this?
Let's see if I can.
You think if we end the call and restart it, it'll help it?
Why the hell?
Okay, see, now things are right. It seems like if I
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think so. I can't see you right now, but I think we can.
You want to restart the call?
What the hell is going on? Yeah, what?
Let's restart the
You want me to
call.
try to hang up and call you back?
Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties. I apologize. But we'll get this thing straightened out right quick. I don't know why it's being all glitchy. I think it's my computer. Yo, Kash, you got me? I think it might be my computer, man. I might have to restart Discord real quick.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yeah. Say something.
What the fuck?
It's delayed or something. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be my shit. Let me disconnect, jump out of Discord, and I'll hop back in. I'll give you a call.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. All
okay.
Right.
Sorry, folks. I don't know. Everything was running smooth right up until that moment. Put Discord. Okay. Oops. We'll get this back. We'll get this back, fam. Don't worry. Yo, Charlie, Nico. Good to see you, dog. I don't know why it's acting like this. Alright, don't switch. Alright. Why is this shit doing this, man?
Hey,
Do we got
can you hear me
audio?
now?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we're good now. That was
Oh,
weird.
that
Super
was
weird.
very weird. Yo, sorry about that, folks. You know, we always trying to get the shit right over here, and sometimes just don't want to play ball.
That was wicked weird. Dude, that was like how last night, every time me and Chief the Rapper got on live together, it would be all glitchy, but every time we like get off live and it would be one of us, it was like completely fine. That was super weird.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm sorry that happened last night. By the way, I was
It's
really hoping we'll get you on YouTube and we'll do that shit. Right.
all right. So, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good. We got Kid Cash, man. Sorry about the interruption there at the beginning, but dude hails from what? New Hampshire? You said?
No, 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 Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Pretty close though. I wasn't too far off.
Maybe like two.
2 states. Okay, but 2 states over here in California is like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you
saying? You could put 15 of them motherfuckers in this state.
like so small I could walk across it the whole day.
Right, right. Dude's been putting out a lot of content on SoundCloud. Go check out his SoundCloud. Um, you
Got
want to?
that
You got
now.
that link, and you can drop it every once in a while, man. Every so often, to keep the people in tune. You know what we're doing, and hip hop artist works with Primate, Young Scorpion. We've reviewed all their music here on the channel before, so welcome, man. We're glad to have you, bro.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be here. So, how do we want to start this off today?
Well, we say what's up to the fam. Holly's in the house. What up, Holly? Um,
Jedi Master Nico Wolfgut. That's one hell of a name. I like that.
I
We
know,
got
right?
Sharp. How you guys doing today? We got 5 people watching, so I don't know who everybody is, but we got a good amount of people in here right now. So let's get it.
Yes, sir. Let me pull up the comments here too, not to leave my peoples out.
Big facts. Big facts.
I could put this right down here.
Good. I'm doing good, Holly. That's nice to hear too. Here, put it right in the middle. Put it right in the middle so
Uh,
we can get it. So that would be dope.
that's a great idea, bro. I could put it like right here.
Yup. Perfect. Perfect.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool, man. Great idea, man. Coming from the homie right there. That's what I'm talking about. So, tell us a little bit about your upbringing, how you got into music. Uh,
So,
let's start there.
I actually got started in music hella young. So my grandfather was in a band back in the 1960s
Oh,
called Ford's, and he was actually it was a pretty big band at the time, and he ended up leaving. They got $1 million record deal,
ooh.
and
What was
yeah,
the
he
band
left
name?
Ford's Theater. You might not be able to find them on YouTube, but I think you might be able to find them on Spotify and SoundCloud and stuff like that because I know their music's still circulating. It was a very Beatles-esque type of band, and
Nice.
yeah, he ended up having my dad, so he left the band a year and a half. You know, but I've been practicing drums and stuff with him my whole life. So I started drumming when I was probably 4 or 5, and that went in. It turned into me doing drum lessons, and I ended up taking drum lessons for around. Oh, we got Young Scorpion in the chat now too. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
I ended up drumming for around 13, 14 years nonstop, and I'm a pretty decent drummer. I'm not gonna humble myself and say I'm not. I'm a pretty decent drummer,
Nice.
and I've been doing it for literally my whole life. And after I stopped taking the lessons, I actually started teaching lessons at this little drum place called Larry B's, like a neighborhood away from me. And yeah, I've been doing drumming and stuff my whole life, but I got started on like the rap shit 4 years ago with Young Scorpion because he needed beats for an album, and I was like, shit, I could definitely make beats. I'm a drummer.
No, this thing is fucking up again, dude.
So I usually flow myself and like do some shit myself. So I was like, all right, let's try to run with it a little bit. And I had a whole lot of like props to Young Scorpion, bro. Like he's the one who really got me into it because he was like, yo, you got to keep. And yeah, bro, he pushed me into. I ended up releasing one of my first tracks, which was it was called Vest, which is archived now because that shit's trash. But yeah, I went for probably 2 years without making any music after that because I was just making beats nonstop. And I went from doing that again to meeting this kid named Swiss Mix. And Swiss Mix he's a good producer. Like I'm not even gonna cap. He fucked me over a little bit, but he's a good producer. And he ended up helping me out a lot. And I released 3 songs through him:
Okay.
9 Lives, Attila, and Waist Down. Which Waist Down is my biggest song to date.
Yeah,
And
that Waist Down and that
yeah,
Attila
that's pretty
boy,
much
that
how I got like
motherfuckers was
jump
fire,
off
bro.
into this is because I had Young Scorpion just pushing me hard to keep going. He's an OG. Like he has a song called Triple OG. He's like super into rap. He's been rapping for I want to say like 15.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fucking up
Damn,
again.
that's hella
Give
weird.
me a second. It might. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna turn off my air conditioner. That might be fucking up the audio. Give me 1 second.
I can't hear him at all. Weird. It all froze up on me. I got some free from profit beats if you're looking. Oh, Alex Nelson's in here. What's up? Oh, we got Stone Technician in here too, bro. I've seen you in a bunch of lives. Thanks, bro. Thank you. That's what's up. That means a lot.
Okay, let's see if this works a little bit better.
I don't know, but his shit is frozen on my screen. So if y'all can hear me, can you tell him that his shit's frozen up on my screen?
I can hear you. That's
We
fucking
might have to.
crazy, dude. Well, let me try and call you back again.
Yeah, what is happening, bro?
I'm
Like
not
seriously, what is
exactly
going
sure.
on?
It was all good before we went to live, and now it's not wanting to work out so hot. I mean, everything kind of looks good on my end except for
Hold
this
up. I'm
feed.
gonna try to restart the Discord on my shit.
Okay. Let's bring this down. We'll hop about this call. And we'll wait for the Discord. Yo, so I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It just is part of the game, I guess, you know. We back?
All right, cool. We're actually working it again.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just restarted my Discord, so hopefully it's all working out now because that's fucking retarded.
I couldn't
But
agree more.
yeah, but that's how much I pretty much got my start through Young Scorpion pushing me, and I ended up starting a little like LLC company to sell and produce beats through, called Logic Media, which you know about, and that's pretty much how I promote all my artists. I got people on there from. I have an artist I'm working with right now from Zambia, Africa.
Mm.
I have
Yeah, you were trying to
a lot of.
showcase him yesterday.
Yeah, I was. That kid from Zambia, dude. Eminem is his biggest influence.
Son of a bitch. Is this not going to let us do this today? What is going on, man?
I can hear you fine right now.
Your side just keeps pausing up, and I don't know if it's your side or my side. It's just weird, man. Hmm. Not cool, man. Not cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and restart my shit again. This is fucking crazy. I may have to restart my fucking computer, dude. All right, I got Zoom off of there. Yeah, this shit. Let's try it again. I think it's my computer. I may have to restart this whole fucking thing. All right.
Yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right. Honestly, it might be my video call. It might be that.
No, I
So
think
let's
it's
see.
my computer, man. I just shut down a bunch of programs, and
All right. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it.
yeah. So hopefully that was the problem, and we can get through this now.
Yeah, facts. Fucking, I took my case off my phone because my phone is like overheating because of the Discord.
Oh shit! It's too much fire.
Too much. Too much. We're
All
too.
right. So you started Logic Media Group and
Yeah.
pushing artists and music through there. That's where we left off. It looks like it's
Yep.
working perfect now.
Yeah, I think it is. I think we're good. Um, yeah. So I started Logic Media with a friend named Derek, and he's the actual like the CEO of the actual whole company thing. Like he got the whole thing registered through the town. He got like everything set up on his end, and all I really do through it is I connect people with artists.
Okay.
So if like say there's someone on your channel, right, who like really fucks with an artist they see on here and they don't know how to get in contact with, so I'm just gonna throw two names. So let's say No Rad and King Dow wanted to get in contact with each other and they don't know how or they don't have a beat to do it,
Yeah.
they could hit me up and I can always link people like that. Like that's how I end up, doing things for people that way because at the end of the day, it's like the beauty of music is through collaboration, in my opinion. And when you
Yeah.
collaborate with artists, it's like that's what makes the experience more special for the people listening because you can go through 500 solo tracks and sometimes the solo tracks aren't going to hit for you, but it's going to be the one with a feature
Yeah.
that's actually hit for you. And that's what I think is like because I'm right now I'm working on like an album that's half boom bap and half trap.
Okay.
And yeah, it's gonna have every song on it's gonna have a feature because or more than one feature most likely because I think people are more apt to listen to the music when they have other people on there because no one wants to listen to a 5 minute song of one person rapping the entire time.
Well,
I think
unless you listen to Lil Dicky and you listen to Pillow Talk, and that shit's 11 minutes long.
yeah, that's fact. Yeah, I think it just depends on the person too because there's a lot of people that I think could make a 7 or 8 minute long song of them doing things solo and they could get those plays like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, I think Eminem could probably still do that if he went and actually put in the effort. I think Eminem could still do that.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of artists that could do that, but I think there's a lot of guys now who are putting out solo music who it's just they're not there to the point where all you can put out is solo music
Yeah.
because there I think you have to reach a point where you know what you're good at to go and put out the solo stuff. That's why I think working with artists and being a feature artist is like a great way to start off actually, making music because a lot of people don't see that like when you do a feature, you're not getting just your fans, you're getting other people's fans too.
Right.
That's why I definitely try to feature more because I have solo songs out right now but I have a song out with an artist named Lil Crank, he's in here right now. His name's Alex Nelson. He's a great producer. He produced Nine Lives. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, me and him got together on that one, and that's one of my most played songs now because it got two types of people listening to it. It got people who were there for his music, and it got people
Yeah.
who were there for. And I think that's why, to me, when I go in there and I start collaborating with people more, because I collaborate with another dude named Prizio a lot, and when I collaborate with those guys, it's like it it really connects everybody's fans together, and it also introduces the fans too, because like the fans of my shit are fans of my shit,
Yeah.
and the fans that say Prizio shit are fans of Prizio stuff. But they go and they see us going together, and then they make a community out of
Yeah.
it, and they have a place to go and talk about our track and like talk about like what we're doing because I'm featured twice on Prizio's new album Project X,
Nice.
and yeah, it's a great fucking album. Like yeah, I'm not on everything there, but
It's on
I was.
SoundCloud.
It's not on SoundCloud yet.
Okay.
It's on pretty much every other streaming platform.
Oh, okay.
You can get it on Apple Music. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it on. I want to say he's putting it up on YouTube next.
Nice.
But he has an insane discography already. He's a year younger than me, so I think he's 18. He's got an insane discography,
Okay.
like hands down. And I think that's like one of the things I love about music too is I get like I get really sucked into the music and shit when I'm in the studio recording. I don't notice how much time passes by.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of those things for me where it's like I could go 5 hours in recording and not even notice that it's been 5 hours. And that's why I like recording with other people because when people match my energy when I'm in the studio, like when I go in there and people like, they sit there and they actually listen to what we're doing together, a lot of it is like I was just reading what Stone Technician said. A
Yeah.
lot of it is like people end up hearing it a lot more like when we're together because they understand it because a lot of the time when you listen to my music solo, it's like it's all right. Like Waist Down was a song that I don't really like. I put it out because I was told to put it out so many times.
Okay.
And I think that song would have been a lot better with a feature and then Young Scorpion hopped on it and lo and behold that song is 10 times better. I think it's one of those things where it's like people end up understanding the music a little bit more when it has more people on it. It has a bigger picture and a bigger feeling to it.
Right, and it brings a couple different perspectives into whatever the topic may be.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the times when I put out music solo, people don't respect it as much because the area I'm in is predominantly black and Hispanic, and I'm a white rapper, like straight up. So people see that and they don't necessarily respect it as much because the area I'm from, it's like no one takes that seriously.
It's almost
So
like a B Rabbit situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. And it's like when I get people like Young Scorpion on because Young Scorpion is Haitian. When I get people on like that, people end up opening up to the idea of actually working with me more and
Right.
actually more because like to them right now I'm just a white guy who makes beats and raps.
Yeah.
That's what I am. But like to my friends and to the people who listen to my music daily, I'm a whole lot more than that. So it's like it's I think the whole feature aspect is what really opens people up to the idea of the music instead of the idea of the image of the music because the image of music is like just it's the image. Like that's why so many rappers right now are huge purely based off their image. And I'm not going to say like people like Lil Uzi are bad because I like Lil Uzi's music on occasion. I don't think he's a bad rapper or anything,
It just
but
depends on the mood and where you're at and what you're doing.
yeah. But
Yeah.
then there's like Lil Yachty, who I can't stand Lil Yachty because I feel like you need to rhyme to rap.
Well, that is a prerequisite, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of people who like they're liking him based off the image he portrays, and that
Right.
I think the deal with 6ix9ine was. And I'm not going to really get into the whole like ratting thing because, in my opinion, ratting's just wrong. You don't rat.
No.
But people like his music purely based off the image he portrays of like that gangster, and he's not that gangster. And people are going to realize that. People are going to realize that because he's going on Instagram lives and being like, "Well, I snitched for this reason and that reason." And we're like, "Yeah, we know why. We know why you did it. It's just the fact that you did it."
Right. Like I mean, Adam Calhoun put out a video a couple days ago clarifying his thoughts on the situation, and I believe I side with him on this 100% because he said you're in that fucking life. You chose to live that life. If
Yeah,
somebody's gonna come at your family, you don't run to the police, dude.
yeah, that's what I think too. Because like he he purposely put himself into a position
Yeah.
where he was like, "Oh well, I'm not a gang member, but I'm going to hang out with gang members."
Right.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Right.
Like, if you aren't what you're living, then don't live it.
I
Because
100% agree with that shit.
like, and I'm not going into my music and I'm not going around saying I like shoot and kill people either. Like that's not just not what I do, because it's like,
Right.
that's not what I am.
Right.
But I do know people who are like that. So
Hmm.
when I do rap like shit, like when I go in there and I'm like, my first lines on Nine Lives are pistol popping when he swerve out, went 4-4 in the first out. Those were my first lines on Nine Lives. I got shit on a lot for that, and people don't realize that I got a lot of friends who do that shit,
Yeah.
and they are really about that life. And like it's for me, it's like I'm telling a story that they can't tell. Like when they go in there, it's like those guys aren't going in and being rappers because they actually live the life they're talking about.
Right.
Those guys are rappers because they want to get out of the ghetto.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it. I'm rapping to tell stories and like talk about things that I've seen and the things that have happened to me. And
Yeah.
it's like, because I've been in positions where it's like, I was when I was younger, I was like 14 years old, 13 years old. I was hanging out in a bike shop, and I think I was getting my chain fixed or something on my BMX bike, and we hear a bunch of gunshots go off. We're like, what the fuck? We're in the middle of like a crowded city,
Yeah.
and like we're in downtown, and a dude runs in. He's probably like 60 plus years old. Like he's older, and he's an older white guy, bro, and he's got a bullet hole in his arm, and it's like, well, that's shit I grew up seeing.
Yeah.
It's like there's the bank at the top of my street. That bank got robbed between the times where I was like 5 and 10. That bank probably got robbed 30 plus times.
We had a bank over in my. It's just see, this is the same bank getting robbed, dude, over and over
Dude,
again,
got to be an inside job sometimes. It really
dude.
got.
It's that you either the unluckiest motherfucker ever or somebody fucking with you. That's
Mm-hmm.
real.
100%, because there's a there's a lot of crime where I'm at, and it's petty crime most of the time. Like
Right.
it's not like people are going around killing people every day.
Right.
And a lot of petty crime.
A lot of robbing, a lot of jacks, car
Yeah,
snatchings.
a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of shit that it's just like, why would you even do that?
Right.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. And like I fucking there's a Subway down the street from my crib, and it's probably like a 2 minute walk from my house. And I was driving out of work one time, and I see a dude running down the street covered in fucking blood with a safe in his hands,
Mm.
like a cash like safe thing. And turns out later on that day, I look at the news to see what's going on, and he slashed a dude in the face with a box cutter, like whole thing down his face. And
Damn.
he's running. Yeah, he got caught like 5 minutes later. I don't know why the fuck he thought running down the street covered in blood was a good idea, but he got caught like 5 minutes later. But he had a fucking cash register in his hands. I'm like, you couldn't have thought that out a little bit more.
Right.
Like there's a lot of petty crime that happens, and it's like the stories I want to tell, because there's definitely some funny shit that's going on too. There was a dude who robbed a bank down the street from me wearing a dress and a sun hat. Like,
People are crazy, bro. One time in my hood, we I literally had the whole family with us. It was my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, cousins. We were all going out for like Easter Sunday morning breakfast or something. And all of a sudden, we're at a stoplight, and there's a street called Saranara here in Sacramento, which we
mhm,
all know Saranara means goodbye. And it was
mhm,
like, if you drove down that street, you might as well just say fucking goodbye because it was hood as fuck, dude.
mhm.
This dude comes running across the fucking intersection, dude. Just in the middle of the intersection, a dude's chasing him with a fucking axe. Caught, caught his ass and started dragging him back down that street, dude. Never heard anything of it again. Like,
Jesus. Fucking Prize just said the craziest thing I've ever seen was a person got in this car, shot the driver, jumped out, and ran. I've seen shit like that too.
yeah.
Fucking seen some shit like that. I think one of the craziest things I've seen is I was riding my bike through this neighborhood called Fairmount, and they call it Fairmount Heights, and it's not heights, it's lows. It's all project buildings, and I was riding my bike through there, and we see this lady acting like super sketchy. Like where there's a point where the people in the hood always act sketchy
Oh, yeah.
all the time, and you get used to it. but there's always that one person that you know is up to something. Like you look at them and you're like,
They're plotting.
they're like they're gonna do something. And I was me and my homie were watching this lady, and she gets out of her car and she's all finicky. She looks like she's like on crack or something. I'm like, oh great, we're gonna see some crackhead deal go down. But she walks up to this door and she knocks on the door, and she opens up the door, and there's another lady inside the house, and she pulled out a gun and shot her in the face.
Oh my god, man.
Just yeah, blatantly in broad daylight. I think it was 12:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Shoots her in the face, gets back in her car and drives away. The cops took 55 minutes to get there.
Wow.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
That's wild, dude. Almost an hour to respond to a murder.
Mm-hmm. Because
That's
they didn't believe that it was actually happening, because they get calls about shootings all the time in that neighborhood. Because that's like one of the neighborhoods where like people know that shit goes down. So
yeah.
it's like you just best stay out of it.
Right.
And there's this dope little Mexican store there, and they sell like all these Mexican candies and drinks and shit. So I'm always there.
Oh man.
And, yeah, and I've seen some stupid shit happen there. Like I've seen people get hubcaps stolen off their cars. Like, dumb shit.
That's the weirdest shit to steal from somebody, but okay. I guess
Yeah,
we
no,
used to
like
be doing stupid shit. We used to take like hood ornaments and shit off cars, like Cadillac hood ornaments, and
I used to do that too. I used to, if there was a Mack truck parked in the bottom of my street for like 8 years, and it was just completely abandoned. And I went down there one day and I took a hacksaw and I just cut off the little bulldog on the top of the Mack truck, and I took it home with me. And lo and behold, that Mack truck was no longer abandoned. Like 2 days later, and the cops were down there like, fuck, stole it off my fucking
8 years.
and I'm just sitting here with a bulldog on my desk like an idiot. Like, yeah, no, it's just the
That's
area I
funny.
grew up, and especially because the area that I'm from, like the town, because I'm on the line of two states. I'm on Massachusetts state line and I'm on Rhode Island state line. So Rhode Island, the area that I'm in, Rhode Island, is trash. It's the worst. It's voted the worst city in Rhode Island, most
Wow.
dangerous island. Yeah, and the town next door, which is where the town where I'm living right now, because it's on the line, is called Bellingham. And Bellingham is a quaint little farm town up north. You get down south and it's bad all the time. Like all the time. And I'm on the state line of the south side. And so it's South Bellingham, and then there's North Woonsocket from. And there's just constant bullshit all the time between also both sides, because for some reason both sides feel the need to be fucking completely hateful of each other, because there's the north side of town is rich, like dumb rich. Like there's some mansions on the north side of town, like big ass houses, and people from the south side of our town will go up to the north side of our town and rob people like idiots. Like dumb. So like, and don't get me wrong, like I get why people do that shit. I totally get it. If you don't have anything and you want something and you go and take it, I get that. But not from the town you live in.
Right. No, you don't shit in your own backyard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
Like, I get where you. And I think a lot of people in like my area don't understand that, because it's either you are good off or you are dirt poor.
Okay.
There's no side of this. There's no part of this town where people are like middle class. There's either upper high class, or there's low class.
Wow.
And yeah, me and Alex Nelson, who just commented, he lives in the same neighborhood as me.
Okay.
And I remember when we were kids, that bank got robbed. Like I was saying, they ended up shutting down the whole street. And I don't know if he even remembers this, because I was super. The only reason I remember this is because, shit, I think my brother told me about it a couple years ago, and I kind of like clicked in my brain that I kind of remembered it. I think I was like 6 or 7, and he's around 2 years younger than me, so I'm not sure if he remembers. But someone chucked a gun in his backyard,
Wow.
like running away, and they ended up closing up. Like, I want to say it was my neighborhood, the neighborhood over from mine, and his whole block, because his block is set up so the end of it is all Section 8 housing. And there's like a whole lot of Section 8 on that road. And then the upper part of it is non-Section 8 living. And he lived in the non-Section 8 part, and they chucked a gun in his backyard, and they like closed down our entire street
Wow.
for it. And it's like dumb shit like that where it's like it's, it's just stupid. Like I don't understand the whole crime aspect, and that's why I ended up. Yeah, see, he just said you either rap, sell drugs, or pick up a ball, and I got really really sick of selling drugs.
Yeah, I think we all went down that road for a little while. Um,
Yeah.
but you know, we live, we learn, we do our shit, and then we find our passion. We jump in it, and even though like myself, I was a little late to the game because I was fucking with them drugs, in my early 20s and shit. But I think I found my stride, and I think yourself, you found your stride where you can relate with people and also do something that's super productive as your storytelling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. And I think that's why it's like I'm not even like I don't consider myself a rapper as much as I consider like I'm more of a musician because I do a lot of different stuff. I grew up listening to a lot of Kurt Cobain and the Beatles and Pink Floyd and a lot of shit like that.
Yeah.
So I grew up a lot too, and I can sing pretty well. Like I'm not gonna cap with you. I can sing pretty well, and I think eventually if like once I start putting out my rap stuff and I get a name in rap, I want to try to like branch out a little bit and try to make some psychedelic type stuff because
Nice.
that shit is super super cool to me.
Yeah.
And I've always been into like the grunge type stuff too. And I remember I met Alex through school because he was also into that grunge type stuff. So I think a lot of it is like it it all depends on like what you end up doing in your life too, because it's like you really do you have to choose at
Yeah.
one point or another. You do choose, and I think when I stopped, doing stupid shit because I got suspended like 40 plus times in high school. So when I stopped doing dumb shit like that is when I started, picking up in my rap more because I stopped, selling pills and I went and I stopped selling weed and I started writing about doing that instead of actually doing it.
Yeah.
Instead of going into school and getting kicked out of school constantly, I was going in and writing about it instead because dude, for 180 days that I had for school, I was probably kicked out for 90 plus days.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I got suspended. They tried to expel me. I had a lot of dumb shit happen.
Here we go again with the fucking Discord. Uh oh. Yo, yo, Cash. Can you hear me? Can you can you hear me? I cannot hear you. I don't know if it's this Discord or what, dude. This shit has turned crazy. We're gonna go ahead and restart Discord again. This is insane. I think it's my computer. It's just running like overdrive, man. It might be this Chrome shit. I can't jump out of Chrome because my live is going. Shit. Okay. Son of a bitch. My shit is just, I don't know what the hell's going on. No, Cash, it ain't you, it ain't the Discord, it's my computer, man. There's something going on with it. It's like running like a mad beast right now, and I don't know why. Whoever out there trying to hack a motherfucker needs to stop though. Hmm. Let's see if we can get on this.
Yo.
We back?
All right, we're good now.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's my computer, man, and I don't know what the deal is because my computer is just running like a savage right now.
Apex just said, Control Alt Delete. Check the task manager after this.
Yeah, I'll be doing that after this for sure. Got to back
Facts.
up.
That was just so fucking stupid.
Yeah, because my
We should.
my disc is just spinning. I can sit here and watch it. It's just going zzz, and it's making this crazy ass noise, like it's just crunching numbers. And I'm like, why the fuck are
Jesus,
you doing that, dude?
that's so weird.
Yeah.
It's always it's always something with computers, bro. Whether it's crashing constantly or one of your programs doesn't work, bro. I fucking hate internet.
You know, it's a love hate relationship, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, facts. But all right, yeah. Back to what we were saying. So that's like why I started doing like the rap shit too. It was a mix between Young Scorpion, like pushing me really, really, really hard into like doing it, and it was a mix between that and like me not really wanting to stick with like selling shit because I made a decent amount of money doing it, but it was like I felt more like an asshole doing it too because I was watching my friends like literally fuck themselves up.
Yeah.
Like really fuck.
Yeah, that's
So
real. And at some point, you got to say, all right, I've become an adult. I don't really want to go to the pen. That's when I kind of was like, I hit 18 and I was like, oh, I don't really want to. We used to go around stealing all kinds of shit, cars, whatever, and um, hit 18, I was like, I don't really want to go shower with the big boys. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's my things too. Is I was walking home one day, and the cops in my area are fucking assholes. Like the cops everywhere are bad. The cops in my area got this power complex. They really think they run shit. And I was walking home, and they ended up pulling me over for wearing a hoodie. That's what they said. I was wearing a hoodie that looked suspicious because they
you,
saw me leaving. What's up?
you got suspicious hoodie, and that's what that.
Yeah,
Yo, fuck off, man. Get away from me.
dude. I was just sitting there, and I remember I was smoking a cigarette, I think, and they walked over to me, and they're like, "Where's the weed?" And I was like, "I don't got any weed on me, like right now. I have nothing on me right now." And I actually had I had like 40 or something Ritalin in my backpack, and I had them in an ibuprofen container, like an
Okay.
idiot. And they ended up popping it open. This is just after I turned 18. They popped it open. They look inside, and they thought it was ibuprofen. So I ended up getting off
Nice.
because the cops in this area are fucking idiots. And yeah, FBI hacking to make sure he's not a gangbanger. Stone technician says it's because you have a J in Juggalo.
The FBI was trying to make that a fucking like a national gang,
So
juggalos and shit. And I was like, y'all motherfuckers don't know. Like, we'll get down if we have to, but we ain't just going out torching shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I was never a huge fan of Insane Clown Posse, but as I got older and I looked back at a lot of their music, they had some pretty good shit. I'm not gonna even lie. Like they were a horrorcore group, and I was never really into horrorcore until after Relapse.
Yeah.
Um, and I remember listening to a few of their not earlier, but like around the same time Relapse came out. I listened to a few of their albums, and like they got some good music.
Oh
And
yeah.
a lot of people shit on them because of like the whole Eminem beef, but even they said like the Eminem beef was fucking dumb and it was over some dumb shit.
Yeah.
So it was like that's why I was like I gave him a chance after that, and I was like, okay, I kind of fuck with this. I can get down with that, and that's why I think a lot of people ended up shitting on Insane Clown Posse for no reason because
Yeah. Me
it was
being as
just
a juggalo, Eminem's first album come out, I went and bought it, even though there was beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still fire ass rapper, dude. But
yeah,
then
it doesn't matter.
I heard him say some shit talking about Fago and a slice of pizza and his shit, and I was like, I hit eject in my car, threw that motherfucker out the window. Uh, because there's a million motherfuckers that come out of Detroit and nobody rap about or sing about Fago. You know what I'm saying? That's ICP shit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Yep.
if how the fuck you gonna just start trying to incorporate their shit into your shit after all this shit has already been through? Like you using their name on um, uh, ads. You know, motherfucking local bands will go to the record store, put a little ad by the cash register, and it'll say, this show is gonna have these people. Da 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 da. He was using ICP name when he was running flyers and
Yeah.
shit, and
Yep.
you let all that go, and then this happens on your first album. The first thing you fucking doing is you gonna start fucking popping off Fago. I was like, fuck this, dude. I ain't listen to him no more. I don't give a fuck if you guys are squashing beef or whatever. It rubbed me the wrong way. But I'm also the
Yeah.
dude. Was that?
I think it was. I think that whole thing was really dumb too, because if he didn't go in there, and I remember I watched an interview with ICP. I don't know if it was on Shade 45 because they're not banned from Shade 45 anymore. I can't remember if he was on Shade 45 or not, but they did an interview where basically they said that it was the whole beef was Eminem's fault from
Yeah.
the jump. He jumped into it like an asshole and tried to like make himself known by using the ICP name,
Yeah.
and that's what they didn't like. So they pretty much just told him to like stop saying we're coming to your shows,
Yeah.
stop saying we're boys, we're not boys. Like if you want to become boys, like we're down with that. And
Right.
that's what I think the whole jump from that thing was like. And then Eminem did some dumb shit with an unloaded pistol, and he pointed a gun at the ICP members, and that's what really started that whole that thing. It was like they they easily all could have squashed it back in 2001 when it was happening,
Yeah.
but they let it run for so long that I think people from both sides really stopped giving a shit. I think
Well,
like
I think you're right, and to a point, most people don't give a shit. Plus, ICP, said, fuck it, we're not beefing no more. Just squash this shit, right? I'm also that dude who says Eminem's probably the best dude that's ever done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a hater. I just never really been to his music. I was
mhm.
never a fan of him, but I can be big enough, man, to say, yo, that dude is probably the best that's ever done it, dude. Let's just be honest.
Facts. And I think I stopped listening to him for a long time because a lot of his music ended up feeling like it was just recycled bars and recycled lyrics. And it was like I think it was after Relapses when I kind of like stopped liking his music. And then Kamikaze came out, and Kamikaze was all right in my eyes. People said that was like the best album of 20. I think it was 2018. People kept saying that was like the best album of 2018, and it just clearly wasn't because Taboo came out that same year. And Taboo, I don't know if you know who Denzel Curry is,
Oh, Curry's dope, man. Yeah.
dude. Denzel Curry is I think in my opinion, Denzel Curry is probably the best rapper
He
of
gives
this
you a lot
generation.
of different looks too, like he'll fucking do like a rock joint or something, you know what I'm saying? And that's the true
Yeah,
musician in the motherfucker.
his his Bulls on Parade remix. You ever
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah, that shit was
Oh,
fire.
he killed that. He really did kill that.
Yeah, that shit was fire, man, because he threw some rap inside of it and he really did his own thing, made it his own.
Yeah, and I think it was like he he just Denzel is a different breed when it comes to like the rap shit he does because I've listened to every Denzel album ever put out, and he was good back in Raider Clan, which Raider Clan is like probably the oldest group out of Florida,
Okay.
and those guys they were they were a fucking they were a lot like ICP in the sense of they were into horrorcore hard back then. And Denzel ended up distancing himself from that group and going in to make Imperial. And Imperial's, first of all, a great album, but it wasn't when he jumped, like, it wasn't when he blew up. And that was his first real album because he had Nostalgic 64 before that. And I think he had one more album before that, too. I can't remember the name of it, though. But when people started catching on to him is when he released Taboo. And Taboo is probably the best album of the 2010s, in my opinion, because it's like, it dude it goes over so much. It goes over like rape, like child molestation. It goes over a whole slew of shit that people are really afraid to talk about.
Right.
And it's like, and I get why people are afraid to talk about that stuff because it's like it's a touchy subject. It really is.
Well, I
And
mean, if you can't be against child rape, then what the fuck do you stand for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
off the jump, because there's a lot of people who won't talk about it because they're afraid they're going to get backlash for it. But if you're saying the right things, you won't get backlash for it.
well, yeah, you don't
That's what
promote the fucking child rape. That's the last thing you
yeah,
fucking do.
yeah,
You know, you gonna end up somewhere where you're fucking gonna die. You know what I'm saying? People don't take kindly to that shit. Plus, it's just extremely fucking wrong. Like, that's the innocence of a child. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And I think it's like it. It takes a person. It takes a strong person. I know people will speak out anyway.
Yeah,
People are always going to speak out like that. But it takes a really strong person to go and make an album about it.
right. Because
Because
you're associating your brand with that. You know, and
mm-hmm,
some people just are. I wouldn't say ever. You know, you know, I try to think the best of people. There are people out there that are fucking straight up. They're the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But for the most part, most people aren't. I don't know, man. Like, the masses don't want to get drugged down in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why conscious hip hop is in the underground now. You know, a lot of people.
Yeah, that's why people who do the rap battles, which I'm not huge into rap battles because a lot of them, like a lot of the guys in rap battles are just, I don't know if you've ever looked into them, but a lot of those guys are just fucking weirdos. Like they are weird dudes. But
No, I
a
don't know
lot of the
anything
guys in rap
about them.
battles,
You know, so
yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah, those guys are some weird dudes sometimes, and a lot of those guys bring up like rape and shit and like child molestation, but they bring it up in the total wrong way. Like they bring it up for like they don't bring it up to talk about how it's wrong. They bring it up to talk about how it's like something that happens.
Right.
You don't want to talk about because everyone knows it's something that happens.
Right.
Like everyone knows it's something that goes on. But you want to talk about why it's wrong, not that it happens. You don't want to, spread awareness for it because everyone's aware that it's going on.
Yeah,
It's like
that's what I
if you
don't
want to spread
understand about
awareness,
that breast cancer awareness. Like, we fucking are aware. We are
yeah,
aware
we're
that
well
AIDS
aware.
fucking happens. You know, start doing
Like
something about it, motherfucker. You know.
that's too is like when I do my music, it's like I'm not doing it to spread awareness for shit that's happening because people know what happens. I'm doing it to just tell the story of people that in my area that it's happened to, and that's
Right.
why it's like
The real life shit about it.
yeah, because when I go into like a song and I'm talking about in waist down like marijuana be rolling, bass systems blowing, coke is cutting the lines. I was in the studio that day with people who were doing it,
Yeah.
like who were in that like happening in that studio that day, and it's like it's generally not something that I try to associate myself with because I fucking love weed, hands down, like it's my favorite shit. But I've done my fair share of shit, and it's like we're all aware what goes on.
Yeah.
No, if you listen to hip hop, you already know, because hip hop is as much as people like to say hip hop has changed from the '90s, it hasn't. In my
Right.
opinion, it really hasn't because you look at it, dude, and people like I'm not even gonna say like Tupac because Tupac was a conscious rapper in my opinion. He was like one of those dudes who was like conscious, but
Oh,
Lunas,
absolutely.
yeah, the guy who did I Got Five on it,
The loonies.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he was like he was talking about the same shit that people are talking about right now: cheating out drug tests,
Mm-hmm.
smoking, drinking 40s, a jail felony. Fucking jail felony is one of those guys too. Jail felony was rapping about doing sherm stick. Sherm stick is dipping your weed in PCP.
PCP. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I don't think hip hop has really changed, and people love to say that hip hop is a different thing now, and it's like oh, it's all different, different, different. What's changed is the people who are in it, because you don't got people like Ice Cube anymore. You don't got people like Tupac anymore. You don't got things like that. You have people who are addicted to drugs because of the music they grew up listening to.
Right. And I've heard that argument before. You know, you had the drug dealer music, then you got the drug user music. You
Yes.
know, but we got a precursor of that with shit like De La Soul and EPMD and fucking Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Public Enemies.
them dudes were the fucking conscious street leaders of their areas. You know what I'm saying? They promoted. Well, they didn't. They would promote the struggles within their communities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they weren't talking about going and doing it.
No, they were
They were
trying to.
talking about, yeah, they were talking about why people do it.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's the one thing I think has changed in hip hop is it's gone from people talking about why you shouldn't
Right.
to people talking why you should, and like
Or even
the
why
people,
you did.
yeah, or why you did. And
Right.
what's his name? Who's the I can't remember his name now. The song that he was just dissing Lil Wayne.
Duran.
You did a react. Yeah, Duran.
But that was just a
He
little piece. He was letting me know it wasn't a Lil Wayne diss. So I just want to
yeah
clarify.
yeah. So he was talking about it too in his song, and I think he made a lot of great points where it went from people, like Future, who just released his album, and it was like I like Future. I think his music is a good like it's good to listen to. I don't mind listening to it, but you look at it and it's just like it's just drug rap. It's just like, oh, I sip lean,
Right.
I pop, I do this, I do that. And it's just like, I don't get me wrong, like people do that shit to take the pain away, and
Mm-hmm.
I get why they do it because like don't like there's a lot of pain in the areas those guys grew up in,
Most
but
definitely.
they're they're promoting it to kids, which is the problem.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people who like Primate's music isn't promoting shit to nobody. That's why I think Primate's going to be one of the first people who blows up in my area because he's out here promoting something completely different. He wants to just do rap shit
Yeah.
like he's about. And that's why I think Primate, Young Scorpion, I got Chief the Rapper is another one who he's fucking his song. I just produced this track called SOS for him. And one of the first lines in the song is "Cops book me, I'm gonna be high in the morning." So like when you think about it, it's like the cops are booking him, and he's gonna get right back out, and he's gonna go and do drugs again.
Yeah.
And that's what he's talking about. He's like in the struggle in his neighborhood because I had a couple-hour conversation with him last night about like the different types of things that we grew up seeing, and his area is he grew up in that neighborhood with Meek Mill, which I talked to you about, and he grew up seeing like Meek Mill rapping on street corners and stuff,
Yeah.
and that is crazy different to I get like anybody probably even in this chat because you can be from a bad area but you're not from Meek Mill's neighborhood because that shit is totally different.
That's
Like I'm
one.
not from a great yeah, I'm not from a great area, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not from, no fucking big ass houses. I got a bunch of abandoned houses on my street. But I'm also not from Meek Mill's neighborhood where
Right.
I guarantee you they've seen a lot more and people like Future who lived I think Future's from Atlanta and I know people who live in Marietta County and they have told me things that they see down there that is just blows me away that people actually do shit like that.
Right.
And it's just I think a lot of it has to do with like the dudes who are rapping now feel a whole lot of pain and they feel a whole lot of shit going on. They don't have nobody to turn to.
Right.
So their best alternative is to just talk about it. And it gets pushed off as they're promoting it. And I don't think a lot of them are promoting it. I think they're doing it accidentally.
Well,
I don't think
you're talking about people like Meek Mill, okay? So he has an older audience. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
hasn't got the Tech Nine. Sorry, the Tech Nine, the Takashi fucking audience. You know what I'm saying? The Takashi audience is a much younger audience, and I think that is the difference because Meek's out there. You know, I don't listen to a lot of Meek, but I tell you what, from what I have heard, he spits some real shit. You know,
he does.
and his audience is older, you know, in their 20s and 30s versus, you know, tweens
Yeah.
and teens and shit.
And I think that's why it's important for like the people in rap that are, they're pushing it. I don't think they're noticing that they're pushing it as much.
Yo, Bakery's
That
in the house.
I just saw that too. What's up, man? Matt Hooligan's here too. All the parents who go and sit there and spank the shit out of their kids and look at Takashi. That's facts too.
Yep.
I think that I think there's a huge disconnect between the cultures now. I think there's if if the older generation of rap came in and actually started to put out things that people wanted to hear, which I think that's the problem, is people want the older generation to come out and start rapping again. And I agree with that. I think Ice Cube should put out more shit. I think a lot of people like that should, because if those guys started rapping again and not necessarily dissing the younger generation like how Duran just did, like putting out stuff like Duran did,
Yeah.
they're not necessarily going in and dissing the generation. They're going in and they're systematically taking apart the things that are bad about
Right. And saying, hey, look, this is what they're feeding you. You may not even be aware of it.
it.
Just be conscious about what you're taking in, and how think about how you want to portray yourself to the world.
Yeah,
Because at some point you're going to want to go
that's why
get
a
a
lot of the people,
job. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like don't go out and get a tattoo of a teardrop on your face.
Right. That's
like,
that's real shit.
there's like, and plus there's a lot of dudes who are younger who are actually super into that idea of pushing out all the bad shit. Like Lil Skies is one of the guys who I really fuck with on the newer generation, because he's one of the people who goes in and he's actually taking apart the things that are bad, the things that are fucked up. And that's why I think like people like X, I don't know if you know who XXX Tentacion is,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was one of the guys who he at first came out pushing all the bad shit, and then he stopped pushing the bad shit and started pushing out good shit. And like he was pushing out positivity, and he was pushing out a lot of stuff that was like he wanted to stop all the violence and shit.
Yeah.
And he gets murdered as that's happening, and people just stop thinking about it, and they don't care anymore because he's not putting it out.
Right.
And the people, oh well, his estate's putting it out, and his estate is the one who's like pulling away, da 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 da. And people don't understand is like, regardless of his estate putting out the music, he still had something to say on it. And like his song Train, fuck, I can't remember, Train Food, on his album Skins, he talks about how he was molested as a child and how it fucked him up for a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is like what I mean when I'm saying like, oh, there's a lot of shit that like goes on that the younger generation refuses to talk about, but the older generation will. And if the older generation came in and started to make the conscious music that we had back, 90s, early 2000s, all the way up until like probably, 2012, before it stopped being about that, I think a lot of the younger generation would probably get on band with it too.
But then you look at this up and coming generation of young MCs that are coming up. Prize is one of them. He's in there. Bakery, is in there. These guys, even though they may be young, well, I know there's two people in Bakery. So there's, I think, Sheezy and why can't I think of his name? Man, I smoke too much weed. But you know what I'm saying? The younger generation, they're still putting a lot of lyrics on the track, man, and they're putting, a lot of feeling and emotion into it. And it might not be street stuff all the time, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
or community stuff, but it's still real because it's how their honest feelings are,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
I think the people who are in the chat right now, actually, I'm going to answer Stone Technician's question in a minute. But a lot of the people who are in the chat, Bakery, Hooligan, Prize, those guys are spitting the shit that people want to hear, but they don't have the platform to do it.
Yeah.
And that's going back to what we were talking about earlier, is I made the Logic Media page to give people that platform,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to say I have a shit ton of followers on it, but I have enough people that you're going to meet somebody
Right.
through it. That's what I like. That's what I'm all about. And I got like around 1,000 people who are following me on Instagram, and I promote everything on the Logic Media account on my actual Instagram too. And it's like it's a lot harder for the younger generation now to go out and put things out, because there's so many fucking people doing it.
Yeah.
Like there's people, and you get clouded out too, because it's like you get really clouded out by the other people who are going in there and they're rapping about the things that me and you were just saying are like are the bad things like that people are rapping about constantly.
Yeah.
And you got people like, even Young Scorpion who's rapping about, shit that happens around here, and he doesn't have the what is it? The platform to go out and actually speak his mind, because if he did, I think he would end up being a big artist.
Well,
And
that's what
I
we
think
do, man. Like you with the
mhm,
night, me with this channel. You know, there's other channels that are now starting to do artist interviews. So there, I like to be able to pull people together, show the music off. If artists are getting, collabs, I'm fucking thrilled. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing that shit because there was a place for everybody to meet, you know. And
yeah,
instead of it being like, Meek Mill's Hood where everybody just met on the corner and then all the, greats got together and started fucking rhyming, it's kind of like that virtual shit in this motherfucker.
yeah, and I think what you're doing is awesome too, because you got a good amount of subscribers now. I've been with you since you were at 1.2,
Okay.
I want to say, because Primate introduced me to you around that point, and since then you've just been going up and up, but your content hasn't changed. And I think if you keep doing the same thing, dude, you're gonna be like one of the first people to ever really do like the whole artist interview thing and the whole, reviewing tracks and shit like that, because it's like you're doing something people want to hear, and it's like not many people are doing it because there's a lot of reaction channels on YouTube,
Right.
but there's no one who takes the time out and sits down and listens to the people who are actually doing the music. They'll just go and listen to the music. The difference between you and them is you're taking the time out of your day to go in and give people like me, or people like, No Rad, or people like Young Scorpion, the time to sit here and speak the mind and like actually get something across to people.
Absolutely, man. And even though you might only have 5 or 6 people in this motherfucker, during the live or whatever, people will come in and watch the recording and shit. And
Facts.
we leave the links. We let people get in touch with others, and it's just all about creating the fucking environment, man.
Big facts. I'm gonna answer Stone Technician's question real quick.
Good idea.
So I Primate, I want to say almost 4 years ago, and I met him through some random kid because I work at a wedding function place, and I do like huge ass weddings and shit. And I met some random kid there, and I remember he was listening to like loud ass rap music. So I was like, "Yo, bro, do you rap?" And he was like, "Nah, but I got a friend out of Worcester who raps." I was like, "Shit, send me his stuff." So he sends over Primate's page, and I listened to the first song I listened to was "Kill the King," and "Kill the King" was like Primate's real jump off point from like, because he was releasing shit before that, but I don't think he released much. And I met Primate through that, and me and him instantly became like good ass friends. I remember I DM'd him on SoundCloud, and I was like, "Yo, bro, like we need to do some shit, like fact, like stat." It took us like a year to get into each other's studios and actually like meet for the first time. And I remember meeting him for the first time was dope as fuck, because I ended up inviting him over to Swiss Mix's studio, and I think he was there just randomly. He just showed up, and he just like walked into the crib and was like, "What's up, everybody? I'm Primate. Like, how
Yeah.
you doing?" And we just came over. He dabbed me up, and we ended up recording Attila. And I recorded my verse in the studio there with him that day, and he actually wrote his verse in that studio that day. And then I sent him the mix with my vocals on it, and he recorded it in his own studio. And then I was looking for someone on the third verse spot for like 9 months,
Wow.
like straight up 9 months. I was sitting on that song for so long, and then I ended up meeting a kid named Yeah Bitch, who you've reviewed out of Atlanta,
Yeah.
and I was cover arts for him, and he was like, "Yo, if you ever want me on something, let me know." And I sent him Attila, and he immediately jumped on it. And then from that point on, it was 1 month. That 1 month, and we had the release of Attila on February 23rd. And it's not one of my biggest songs, but it's definitely doing better than a lot of my songs did. I get like 20 plays a day from Attila. So
I pushed that song. That song is fire, bro.
thank you, bro. That means a lot. I think Attila was one of my best tracks flow wise, because I came in really different.
Yeah, it was different, especially
Yeah,
from that first track I heard. with the gun. What was that? Waist down. Because it's just like really completely different from waist down.
Yeah, yeah. Waste Down was more Swiss Mix's project than it was mine because he wanted me on something that was like EDM type of trap, and I was like, bro, I don't do this. Like, I don't do that type. And he was like, nah, bro, you can do it. I was like, all right, shit. And we did it. And I remember you saying you liked that techno-y, like, look, you bitches ain't stopping me from talking up. Yeah, that part where it was like chopping in and out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you said you really liked that. And I remember I incorporated that kind of glitchy sound into Attila again because I was like, shit, if people like that, I'm gonna do that. And then I ended up stopping the Swiss Mix because just some dumb shit. And I got some more shit coming out soon, which I was actually gonna play for a little bit for you guys on live if y'all are down to hear that.
Oh
So
shit. Little
yeah,
sneak peek.
this is called "Love Me Better" by me and Prizio, and it's not what you think.
Turn it down a little bit.
How's it sound?
It's going in and out.
Go to taking his name.
Yeah, it's going in and out.
I'll try to like lower it down a tiny bit. Hold up.
I mean, it sounds pretty good. I think it just needs to be lower because the microphone's cutting out.
Facts, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I can hear you fine, so I think it was just a little bit too loud. How's this sound?
Yeah, it keeps cutting out every like 2 3 seconds.
That's super weird. Maybe I gotta pull it back a little bit. How's it?
It's still doing it. That's so fucking weird, dude.
So weird.
This whole thing. And Sped, just to answer your question, I don't think we have, man. I mean, it's still fucking up. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's working 100%, but I think it's good enough.
you're right.
Uh,
It's holding steady. I think it's my computer. What I think it is, because this thing's running like a fucking beast right now.
hold on. Could the people in the comments hear that? If y'all can hear it, I'll play it for you guys. Because if Sat can hear it, I'll send it to him afterwards. Because I know he's gonna want to actually listen to it.
Oh yeah.
But I was just gonna play y'all my verse. Let me know in the comments real quick if y'all can hear that because it's some new shit, some conscious shit.
Yeah.
Recorded it in mid-March, right before I had to go to the hospital.
Oh shit. Does your shit always be hurting, like constant hurting, or? Oh man, that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's not fun. Definitely not fun. I really wouldn't wish it on someone that I fucking hate. Like, it's not a good time.
I sure hope you get better soon, man.
Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
We just got someone else watching. Hold up, can y'all hear this at all? Or could y'all hear that at all? Because I can't fucking. I don't know because it's playing out of my fucking speakers. So it might just be the audio clipping. That's what I'm thinking. It's the audio between me and you clipping. It's cutting. Yeah.
That's
All
cool.
right.
I'm gonna mute my microphone then.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. See if it works that way. Yo, let blocking out the sounds of that's weird. My mind's thoughts and dreams. When I'm close, she don't know, she gon' bite. We don't know, she don't know, we don't bite. We just keep eating on one. So weird. Yeah, well, y'all get the general idea. That was pretty much my whole verse for that song, but it's too bad it's cutting out.
Yeah, it's
Fucking,
freaking weird, man. I don't understand it. Like, this whole
I
thing
don't.
has been kind of fucked up today.
That is super fucking weird. I don't understand that either. Either way, it'll be released eventually, and I'm sure you'll end up doing some sort of reaction video for it. So
Now you know what's gonna happen, bruh.
yeah, people will hear it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. I think we covered a lot today. Fucking
Absolutely, man. I appreciate your time, dude. We've been rocking for almost an hour and a half, dude. So
yeah,
uh,
thanks.
that's fire, man. The SJR crew definitely appreciates you coming through, man.
Fact.
Looking behind the lyrics, as you know, so to speak.
Yep. I'm glad y'all could join in, even though we got 50,000 hiccups.
Yo, that ain't no lie, bro.
Yeah, I actually just got followed by Stone Technician on Instagram, so I'm gonna have to go throw him a follow back. But
Nice.
yeah, I'm glad you come and check me out for a little bit and see what's going on with me. So hopefully y'all stay tuned and shit. I'm gonna drop my Instagram real quick for y'all, so y'all can fucking follow me up.
Yeah, that Instagram is also in the description.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Instagram and your YouTube.
Oh shit! All right. I'm gonna drop my SoundCloud link for you guys then.
Nice.
There's my SoundCloud link. Let me know if y'all want to follow me up, and definitely stay tuned because we got a whole lot of shit coming out. Because Primate's been working nonstop. I've been working nonstop. If y'all need beats, definitely let me know. I'll send y'all any free beats you want. I'll make any cover arts you want too. I'm down for anything like that. And facts, technician's right, bro. Five or
Yeah,
six people watching, but together we have power force. That's facts.
that's word, man.
Let me know,
Absolutely.
bro. I got y'all. Uh, fucking hit me up if y'all want to get into some artist shit with anybody I work with. Young Scorpion, Primate, anybody I work with, I'll hook y'all up. That's what it is. It was
And
good talking.
you got anybody you want to shout out before you take off?
Oh, big facts. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna shout out. I gotta shout out my boy Doza because I'm pretty sure he's watching. He just dropped an album too. Definitely go listen to Prizio's album Project X. I'm featured twice on there. I'm featured on a song called Showtime, and I'm featured on another song called Lonely. Definitely go fuck with Young Scorpion's page. That man is like literally the reason I'm doing it. And
Yeah.
yeah, definitely go fuck with all of them. And go throw fucking Primate some love too, bro. He's at the end of the day, dude, Primate's like probably one of the best artists that I think is in my area. So definitely go throw those guys some follows and shit.
Yeah,
Those guys are.
he does drink the same water as Joyner Lucas.
That is very true.
I
He's
mean,
on the Joyner Lucas time. He's on
right.
Joyner Lucas.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm glad y'all could fuck around with that, and I'm glad we got at least 10, 15 people who were in here at one point. So I hope y'all fucked with this, and definitely gonna be more to come from me and Sack. So stay tuned and shit.
Be
It was
on the
good talking to
lookout.
you, Sack,
Same here, brother. And you can hit me up anytime on Instagram. Drop me a
for sure.
fucking video call anytime, man. You're always welcome, brother.
I got you, bro. I'll talk to you.
All right,
Have a
peace.
good one.
Yo, SJR crew. It is so good to have you guys here. I really appreciate every single one of you. We've had some pretty weird technical difficulties today, and I do apologize. And right now it's kind of weird, huh? Oh, that's even smaller. Fuck that. All right, but I'm gonna get up out of here because I have another interview in just a few minutes. Well, in about an hour and a half at 6 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be having John Connor call in, and we're going to have a nice little chat with this man as well. Cannot wait to check him, talk to him and pick into his brain. Another big round of applause for Kid Kash, man. Thank you for coming through, and always keep it 100, man. We'll be pushing that motherfucking shit, bro. And much love to you. We'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace.